It's officially UFC 329 fight week, and Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway is going to go down in 6 days. On the Mac Live channel, McGregor dropped an interview, which is now 2 days old. I haven't actually seen it, so it's just popped up on my feed. I've seen all the Instagram posts to how he's looking. I believe this isn't a full thing because I can kind of see here it's only about 4 minutes long, but nonetheless, let's see.
I have to say, coming back in, seeing the crew, it is a bit of a buzz to have a McGregor camp back in this.
It's amazing. It's so good. The morale here in this gym is outstanding.
And
sensational. Wow.
Yeah. And watching you hit pads, right? I remember after you fought.
I like that they haven't mic'd him. It's definitely on purpose they haven't mic'd him. You know, it's for show. I just want to quickly say he looks really good. Definitely still hasn't started cutting fully, but he looks like a healthy welterweight. You know what I mean? Of course, he's not the biggest welterweight, but he's got a pretty decent frame. And he's got the weight to support that too.
Donald Cerrone, Dana White came in the back room and said, I'm never questioning you at welterweight again. I'd argue you're more of a real welterweight now than you even were then. You look to have really filled out. You are hitting harder than I've ever seen you hit. Are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel absolutely amazing.
Wow, this audio is very bad.
No corners cut.
No corners cut. He said in the Ariel interview when they were speaking about Ilya, it was funny, actually kind of ironic that he was talking about this. A lot of people over the years have been saying that Conor's got a lot of yes men in his corner, you know, in the Khabib fight, in the camp, in, you know, against Dustin Poirier in the camps. There's a lot of yes men in his corner. They're not really pushing him to the limit, you know, trying to get him as good as he can be. And just seeing him across these interviews about, you know, no corners cut, he's finally, you know, putting in the work. And we can see even on social media, of course, on the stories, is the best we can go of. Of course, social media can be fake, but it looks like he's really putting in the work and he sounds calm, like really calm. In the Diaz fights, this is what he was sounding, you know, behind the scenes without the promo and whatnot. So it's good to see, to be honest. I mean, we still need to see how he goes out looking because he can put on this whole act and then come out looking absolutely horrible. But these are good signs nonetheless.
We've been quiet this camp. Yeah. We've been at work. So that's confidence. You know, there's a lack of confidence if you need to share things or get this ego boost. We don't need it. We're gonna do it on the night.
You know, he's kind of referring to himself here a little bit about you need to share things. I think he's reflecting a lot on his past mistakes, you know, in the previous camps with the injuries and the preparation. So
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for my team and for my country.
What do you think Max doesn't understand about fighting at 170? What is he not realizing until he gets in there and actually tries it?
Listen, there's a different thud when you fight against me. I fought much against Max many years ago. I look forward to my improvements on it.
Okay. You said multiple times during your media tour in New York that rematches is like an honourable thing to grant. When they came to you with Max's name, I know there was others, but when Max came to you, were you like, yeah, no, I want to prove that rematches should be given if they're earned?
I love a rematch. Who doesn't love the story builds, the tension builds, the fans get excited, they've got comparisons, they've got, you know, it's great for business. I'm all for a good rematch. And yeah, there you go, Max's name is supposed to hold us.
I think a lot of people are kind of saying Max shouldn't be the guy to fight Conor, especially on his comeback, because he's too high of a jump for Conor to come back from an injury, from such a long layoff, to go ahead and fight Max, which is a top 5 lightweight. I think it's a fun matchup. I like it. You know, of course, a Michael Chandler matchup would have been a more favorable pick for Conor, definitely. You know, as a comeback, he wins that more times than he does beat Max Holloway. I think 1 or 2 slip-ups from Max and it could be bad, but then again, we need to see how Conor comes back and looks. But yeah, a rematch I think is good as well. Like he's saying, is good for the story, and it's just good. It's just interesting, you know.
I remember when I first started watching you, before I was even working with you in the MMA, there was a time you did a media scrum and you were rattling off stats and reaches and things like that. And then I heard you in New York talking about minutes that Max has been in there and how long he's been in there. And I realized, you know, it's still there, like the passion and the attention that you
Danger will be everywhere inside the octagon from Max. So we are well aware of him in this gym, in this camp. That's it.
Do you think he's improved since that fight?
I don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, that's a vintage Conor response right there. That's something he would have said to Nate Diaz back in the day, or something to Aldo, especially those early interviews when he's fighting at 145, when he's saying, you know, if I'm number one, I don't care if number three steps in, you know, in space of number two. You know what I mean? Or when he's saying, you know, the pound for pound rank, he's like, I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then John Mighty Mouse is 10. Yeah, he looks focused. He does really look focused. He's not really doing any sort of promo up to this point. You know, of course, it's fight week. There's gonna be more promo with the press conferences and the weigh-ins and whatnot.
Of course, you know, people usually say when you're away, maybe the attention disappears, but you've actually already set records again. I think it's going to be the highest gate. I don't know if you saw, you are already the highest valued trading card in MMA. You beat Ilia Toporia's record. I don't know if you knew that, but you have basically come back. And is it fun at least?
You know, he definitely knew that. Conor stays on social media all night, all day. He definitely knew that. He 100% knew that.
So do you still feel anything when you see these metrics and realize, like, still the bread?
It's a lot of fun. It's more fun. It's for the fun more than for anything else. Yeah. So all of these little sweet cherries on top are beautiful and more fuel to the fire.
Can you explain what James 112 means to you?
Just feel I'm in it, my man. Went through it. And I'm put in the place.
James 1:12, what does that mean? James 1:12 is a popular biblical verse in the New Testament that celebrates perseverance through hardship, stating that those who stand firm under testing will receive the crown of life. Okay.
Do you see Max as having anything for you here? Do you feel like you'll have to go through fire, or do you think you can make this as clinical as you did the first time round, although perhaps in a different way?
I won't overestimate any opponent. I'll be ready.
That's good. That's good. You know, even if he is, you know, behind the scenes playing it up for, but, you know, that's the attitude I should be having.
For any outcome is if it is a war of attrition thing.
You said, keep it short and sweet, you said to me, I said in New York, you were going to be flying through the air on fight night. Do you feel like this has been something that's long been coming? There's been reasons why you haven't been able to fight. There's been politics with the injury. Do you feel like once you finally get in there, you're back in your home space where you can be free and express yourself as a fighter, as an artist? Are you looking forward to the moment where you finally feel that UFC canvas under your feet again?
I'll be out with my paintbrush, you know, ready to put on my masterpiece.
It's good to have you back, bro.
Thank you, bro. Good to chat to you. The fight game.
Nice. That's good. While we're here, we might as well just look at some of the images that Conor has been posting. He hasn't been posting any sort of fight footage, which I guess makes sense. He doesn't really want to give anything away. Yeah, I mean, right here, instantly, it's a big contrast to what he looked like a few years ago, or even a year ago, when he was, you know, big and bulky. But yeah, he's looking lean, you know, and all things considered, you know, for a welterweight. Of course, he's still going to cut more, but compared to how big he was, this does look like a much healthier weight. This is just from a few hours ago as I am recording. Yeah, he does look in good shape. So we need to see how he goes out there and he performs. To compare to Max, this has been posted from a few days ago by the UFC and him. He also looks good. You know, you can't say that he's looking, you know, fat, out of shape. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like, this is genuinely going to be an interesting matchup. At 170, at 155, I would definitely pick Max to win that. But at 170, it's gonna be a fireworks fight. I can guarantee that. As usual, thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for stopping by. And I'll catch you in the next one.